Oh, we love you.
Love you.
Hey, your phone wasn't.
No, it's Scranton. Sorry.
Oh, your face isn't on. I'm like all covered up and you're just like, there we go. No, I don't feel so crazy. Oh, look, you're fogging up. You crazy. I'm gonna keep it on you. Just kidding. I'm doing my morning journaling and I have it in this regular notebook or whatever. And I decided to flip back and see what was going on like a year ago today. And it's kind of cool because back then I did a lot of details on like what was going on in our everyday life or whatever. Because like I was just seeing like positive results, boom, 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 a year ago today. And so it kind of made me think like, why haven't I been giving that much details in my most recent entries? I haven't been giving details like at all. And it's because like we haven't necessarily been having so many positive results, like boom, 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 like we were a year ago. And so it kind of just like called myself up short and be like, dude, put in the details even in the not so positive circumstances as well, because I'm going to look back a year from now and I'm going to look and see how far we've come in America and in just our house itself. Don't skip out on the details. But anyway, details matter. Good, bad, whatever. A before is a before, progress is a progress. It's always day one. Write down the details. I'm telling that to myself. I want to write down the details so that I can look back and see how far we've come. It's just important to me. So this is something that I had to deal with like in January and February, now I'm dealing with it in November. It's something that I'm just gonna have to get used to because I'm not reverting back to my past. But I am so cold. So much colder than I've ever been. I don't think. Maybe I'm being dramatic. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't have all the fat on my body to insulate me. I never knew how cold it could be. Just kidding, but I'm super cold. And I do have to say that when you drink your water and when you chug your water, like I chug my water, I usually like to chug my water bottle until it's gone. Guess what that does? Lowers your body temperature, or at least it does for me. So I'm like cold, and then I drink my water, I'm like cold, and then like have no fat on my body, I'm like cold. You understand? I want the sunshine. The moon and us. Yeah. I'm reading this book. I'm on chapter 3. I'm like in the middle of chapter 3, which touches on personal accountability, which is one of my favorite subjects because literally personal accountability and self-assessment literally saved Dakota and I's life, taking account of our actions and taking responsibility. Anyway, so I was gonna say that this is actually a really good tool, a really good key for mothers who are raising children, because your children are your team. You're the leader of this team, and the things in this book, and that's one thing that, one of like personal accountability is a big thing that Dakota and I teach the children, teach our 3 kids, because that is one of the biggest keys of success in life, is taking accountability, taking account, taking responsibility of yourself, past, present, and just creating the future. So I would encourage mothers and fathers to read this book and relate it to as you raising your children, because there's a lot of key aspects in here that your children can learn right now to have a successful life, and obviously you learn as a leader leading them. So this book right here, like, it's not just for the business women, it's not just for the business people, and it's for mothers and fathers too. And technically, like literally, you raising your children, that is a business, that is a brand. Like, you have a team. Lead them right. And this has a lot of tips, lots of good tips, lots of good things to follow to do that successfully.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just gonna put this out here because I want it to continue. I am very grateful for the sunshine, okay? Ooh, and my shadow. Anyway, sunshine, rock on, let's keep it going. Happy Flex Friday. I just got done with my workout. I'm doing a little bit of my post-workout drink. Anyway, I wanted to get on here and show my face because why not? Anyway, so I was thinking like doing school with kids or whatever. Grace is learning a lot about like the pioneers and stuff like that. And it's just funny every time that I relearn about pioneers, like back when I was in the 3rd grade, 4th grade, and then even when I was relearning it when my younger siblings were learning it, and now relearning it again with my children going through learning about pioneers. I just have to say, my goodness, I am so thankful that I was born in this era. I read about the stuff that they had to go through, and like gosh darn it, we have indoor plumbing. That is fantastic. Indoor plumbing, you know? I'm standing in here, like warming up my straight iron, you know, grabbing my makeup, you know, stuff like that. Like, and I ain't no pioneer. And I'm just so grateful for all the stuff that we have. And it's kind of funny, and I used to make fun of myself about it. I know that's kind of weird. But I usually, when I think of something to be thankful for, like one of the first things that I ever think about is indoor plumbing. Like, oh my gosh, I am so thankful for indoor plumbing. Another thing is like the heat. Like, we have heaters. Like, we don't have to go stand by a bonfire or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just like, every time we relearn about like the beginnings of America and stuff like that, and all the stuff that they had to go through, all the diseases and all the like the cold and all the wild animals. I mean, you know, it's just rural, you know, so I'm just like super thankful. And one thing that we should all be thankful for is how we're living today. Like, you know, it's amazing. We have come so far. Anyway, I kind of start rambling. I say all that to say that like sometimes I just have to remember, put myself in perspective, like the mindset or whatever, just put it in perspective. That's funny, like little crown. I'm a princess. I'm a fan princess. Anyway, wow, distraction. Anyway, put myself in perspective that no matter how hard I think I have it, no matter what I decide to complain about, you know, it's not near as hard as it could be. Like being grateful for how I'm living right now, you know, with Dakota and the kids and like a house and a closet and the kitty cats, and you know, we have cars to drive back and forth to work, and we have like all of this stuff. Like there's not one thing not to be grateful for in my life. And so I don't know, hope helped you guys, you know, be grateful. Dude, we live an amazing life. We really do. So here lately, one of our carb sources that we keep in the fridge all the time for reheat and food prep purposes are beans, namely pinto beans. You can get a huge freaking bag of pinto beans at Walmart for a really good price. And dude, they just last. Like usually what I do is I soak 2 cups of dry beans overnight and then cook them the next day. And that usually lasts us for like 3 or 4 days. And so it's actually pretty cool, and it's like really good carb source and really good fiber source too, and it has a little bit of protein in it as well. But anyway, it helps. Beans, I like beans, not because they make you gassy. That's a bummer. That's one of the bummer parts about it. But the other thing, or one of the cool things, is beans help you feel fuller. I like it. I like it a lot. It's amazing. Anyway, here's our beans for today. Hard to see. I need to season it a little bit more. I just feel really chatty today, so on the subject of food, I wanted to say that Dakota and I, our family, has been on a really strict budget with food here lately, just because, you know, inflation and stuff like that. So groceries have been crazy. But anyway, so we've been super, super strict with ourselves on the food. Anyway, so I wanted to like kind of just share it, like just in case anybody else is like on a really strict budget. We what's working for us right now, and like, yes, you have to get over monotony and same basic shit and stuff like that. Like if you're on a budget and if you're trying to save money for certain things, or trying to, you know, increase your money or earn more money and save money, all that stuff, you really have to just crunch down and get over yourself and just do the hard shit. And so anyway, we have 3 main things that we have that we consume or whatever to help us with our groceries. So the 3 main things is chicken. We buy chicken in bulk. Rice. We buy rice in bulk. And beans. We buy beans in bulk. Those are the 3 main things we have all the time. And we always have a batch of them cooked in the fridge all the time. So that's easy for like food prep that we do every single, well, we're a family of 5. So meal prep Sundays just don't work for us. Like we have like 2 or 3 days a week that we have to do meal prep. And so we have that on hand all the time. And it's really good because they're really good sources. Like chicken is a really good source of protein, obviously, you know, and then you have the rice, really clean carb, beans, fiber, you know, all that sort of stuff. And then after you have those 3 main things all the time, obviously go according to your macros or however you do that. Then you can like just a little bit decorate it a little bit with your fruits and vegetables. Like obviously fruits and vegetables can be outrageous as well. And so that's where I have to do a little plug here, because in all honesty, Dakota and I do not consume enough fruits and vegetables like we should, mostly because of our food budget and blah blah blah. But anyway, so this is a really good, this is Opti Greens 50 from First Form. This is designed to fill in all the gaps that you're missing in your nutrition, namely fruits and vegetables, like what Dakota and I usually miss out on is fruits and vegetables. Now we do have the canned vegetables and stuff like that. Like we do get those, but we don't probably get the amount and the variety that we need every single day. So we do the OptiGreens every night, and that helps with your gut health and your immune system, and it has a bunch of good things for it. But mainly for dietary purposes, it helps fill in all the known and unknown gaps of like your nutrition. Right. One other thing, and then I'll leave you alone and I'll get to work. Okay, so you guys know I like socks, or I do socks or whatever. It started weird thing, it taken off, so now I do it. And even when I talk to you guys, I mess with shit. Anyway, so like I have socks on, like you saw earlier. What am I wearing today? Oh, Eggo, Lego my Eggo, blueberry waffles, whatever. But I get so chilly that I put socks over my socks. So like these are like slipper socks. They're super cool because they have like the don't fall down little dots. Anyway, so these are like my daytime ones. Catwoman. And then I have ones that I put on when I get my pajamas on. Harlequin. Aren't these the cutest thing? And they're like super poofy. Like so warm. Anyway, I'm wearing those right now. Stay warm, motherfuckers. Pick up. Alright, where's that going? Oh, okay.
Bow, bow, bow. What? They say it's children proof, but they have instructions at the top.
Recording. I didn't mean to do that. I was like recording the Skylar for like, I don't know, 3 seconds.